Hello, hello. I'm on a different computer. Just if I can get a thumbs up or something on the audio and video quality, that would be super, so I know that we are actually here and on. I'm running my laptop. It seems like the laptop doesn't have the pink tinge that the iMac camera has. So hopefully that'll be a little bit nicer to watch. Yes, awesome. Who's tuning in from where so far? I know we had a lot of people from around the world yesterday, but it's always interesting to see how far this live thing / the internet reaches. Kind of glitching. That's not good news. Anybody else can confirm that? Okay, well, we got most of the US and Canada. That's just so cool. Still glitching. Is anybody else seeing the glitch? Because this is a new setup. I don't know if I can switch to my other computer at this point, but just trying to get a better camera quality. We'll see. Maybe this machine isn't up for it. That would be too bad. No. Well, let's see if I can hop from one to the other. I'm going to guess no, but all this technology stuff is just too much here. Stream settings. Oh, wow. I've never seen all this stuff before. A little bit. says the stream is healthy, but obviously that is not entirely the case. Well, we might just have to roll with it, and if it gets too bad, let me know. But otherwise, hopefully, it won't impair the learning aspect of what we're going to be doing. I'm on notoriously bad internet in my neighborhood. It's just there's always branches on the lines and things like that, so kind of blowing in the wind here. Okay, hopefully it'll hold out, and we can get our lesson on the way. Up to 34 folks. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Just killing a couple more minutes before the official start time. For those who don't know, I have a website in addition to the YouTube channel called liveukulele.com. That's full of lots of different lessons and song sheets and chord charts, things like that, along with all the ebooks that I've written on ukulele technique and ukulele chord shapes. But it's a very large resource. If you are interested or you need some more study material, go check that out. I can actually watch myself on my other computer. It doesn't look too glitchy. Aloha, Oregon's in the house. And I had my set times every week, and then like the hurricane would blow in and all the internet would be out for like a week. Like, well, gonna have to postpone. But it's a beautiful day here today. New York, Arizona. Michael Monroe. Hello, hello. Minutes to review and refresh on what we did yesterday. Hopefully I had a chance to practice a little bit, but if not, we'll go over what we did. We learned the C chord, which is that bottom string, 3rd fret, and then the F chord, which was first finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string from the bottom, and your middle finger on the top string, 2nd fret. Play those together, and that's F major. So C and F. Okay, let's jump in and play a hunger strike. That's the one where we just had 2 strums per chord, C, and then F, all the way through the song. Let's just get warmed up and play those chords, and then we'll go into the new bit that I want to jump into today. I'm going to try a Bruno Mars song. I don't mind stealing bread from the mouths of decadence. C, and then F, C, F. But I can't feed on the powerless when my cup's already overfilled. But it's on the table, the fire's cooking, and they're farming babies, the slaves are all working. Blood is on the table, the mouths are choking. I'm going hungry. I'm going hungry. I don't mind stealing bread from the mouths of decadence. it's on the table, the fire's cooking, and they're farming babies, the slaves are all working. Blood is on the table, the mouths are choking. I'm going hungry. I'm going hungry. I'm going hungry. Yeah. I'm going hungry. I'm going hungry. Yeah. And then one last strum on C. All right, so those are our two first chords. They will take you very, very far because lots of songs use them. And to do this next one, all we're going to do is add a chord. And a lot of times when you're starting out and learning new songs, what you're going to be doing is just building your chord library. And that's really all that changes. And that's fine. That's actually a good thing, is because if you can put your right hand strumming kind of on autopilot and just use that for a lot of different chords, you can still play a lot of songs and be growing your chord vocabulary as you go. So in this case, we're going to learn one new chord, and then I'm going to make an attempt at singing Bruno Mars far too early in the morning in a key that's not super good for my voice, but is great for starting out. Okay, so it's going to use C and F, which we already know. Hey, Chuck. And we're also going to use A minor, which is the top string, 2nd fret. Okay, so the first two chords that we learned, the C and the F, are major chords that have more of an uplifting, happy sound, and the minor is notoriously a sad sound. It's a little more dark. Okay, but middle finger, top string, 2nd fret is A minor. So the chord progression that we're going to be running through here is going to be C, and then A minor, and then F. All right. So starting with C, I'll count you in 4 strums, 4 strums, 4 strums, changing the chords. So C, 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and then change to A minor. 1, 2, 3, and then changing to F. 1, 2, 3, 4, back to C. 1, 2, 3, 4, A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, F. 1, 2, 3, 4, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, those are going to be the basic chords. And or get the tune in your head a little bit. Okay, so starting on C, we're just going to go down strums. Her eyes make the stars look like they're not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. So we're gonna play the C longer than the other chords. Yeah, I know, when I compliment her, she won't believe me. It's so sad to think that she don't see what I see. But every time she asks me, do I look okay, I say, right? And then it goes way higher, and we'll have to see. I'm gonna have to improvise with my voice to get up there. But let's jump in from the start. That's basically the chord changes. I'll try and call them out as I go. Call them out as I go, and we'll work our way through this. There is a link in the description to the song sheet that I put up on the website. So check that out if you want to follow along. It shows where the chords change above the words of the song. So as I'm singing, if you can relate the word I'm on to where the chord is above it, that's the chord we should be playing at the same time. That's how these charts work. Though, as you can imagine, when you have just a monospace font like this, there's only so many places you can put the chords, and it's kind of difficult to get the exact timing of when the chord change is going to actually happen. Because I might sing, oh, her eyes, her eyes. Eyes kind of lasts a little bit longer than is written on the page. It's not like a rap. Oh, her eyes, her eyes. It's not like that. We're singing it out a little bit. So where the chord goes on those words and inside those syllables is a little bit tricky. So the best thing you can do is if you keep a rhythm in your head, and you can kind of, it takes practice, but you internalize that 1, 2, 3, 4 count, then usually the chord change is going to happen on the 1. So in the case of this song, whenever we're changing the chords, it's going to happen on the downbeat of the 1. So if you're looking at the words and you see a chord change and it seems like you're going to have to jump in on the 4 beat or the 3 beat, you're probably off, and you should just wait until the 1 comes around again to jump in then. Okay? So let's get it started. I'm just going to skip the ah part because that's the intro. We'll just jump right into the verse so we can be hearing a melody that's familiar and playing the chords. All right? Oh, her eyes, her eyes. We're going to start on C just with the down strum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Her eyes make the stars look like they're not shining. A minor. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. F, she's so beautiful. And I tell her every day, back to C. Staying on C for a while. This is the next bit. Yeah, I know, when I compliment her, she won't believe me. A minor, it's so sad to think she don't see what I see. F, every time she asks me, do I look okay? I say back to C. When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stays for a while, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. The chorus is way too high, but we'll go to the next verse. Yeah, her lips, I could kiss them all day if she'd let me. A minor, her laugh, she hates, but I think it's so sexy. F, she's so beautiful, and I tell her every day, back to C. Oh, you know, I'd never ask you to change. A minor, if perfect's what you're searching for, then just stay the same. F, so don't even bother asking if you look okay. You know I'll say, back to C, and then the chorus. When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. Back to C. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stays for a while, 'cause girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. Alright? So we'll call that good enough. that's the main part of the song. It goes off to a little bridge thing, but the chords are basically the same. Hopefully you're able to follow along a little bit, getting positives and negatives on the stream quality, but just kind of the way it goes. So remember, when you're playing the chords, to get a clean sound, you want to be playing up inside the fret. You know, we're holding down in the fret space. We're not holding down on the fret wire. We're in the fret space, and if you can, you want to try and be up a little bit inside the fret so that you're about 2/3 of the way up. And then same thing for A minor. If you're getting a buzz, which is less likely on the one finger chords, but if you are getting a buzz, you can shift it up a little bit. And then for the F, you want to make sure that your fingers are arching over the strings, if I can get the angle there, instead of leaning over. If you're leaning over like this, you're going to have a hard time clearing the strings, and you're going to end up with thumps or buzzes. So if you put your fingers pointing straight down, you have a chance to get them around the strings, and that's going to serve you best for getting a clean sound. The main bit of the song. I think now that we have a couple chords under our belts, we can talk about getting into a more advanced strum. And the strum that we've been doing is great. It's very multi-purpose. There are millions of songs you can play with just that strum on the down strum. A lot of times people feel like they need to do more, but really, even if you're just playing by yourself, or if you're in a group even, by just playing the down strum, you're emphasizing probably the most important part of the beat, and you can get away with that. Like, you know, people ask, what's the strumming pattern? What's the strumming pattern? And it can be nice to know, and it can be nice to do something more fancy. But a lot of times, if you're sacrificing your chord changes or your rhythm, if you're actually hurting your timing because you're thinking so much about what the strum pattern is, it's actually more of a hindrance than a help. So keeping it simple is a great way to work around that. You just play what you can and feel the song in that sense, and just keep it plodding along, and it'll sound fine, as opposed to trying to do too much of the down, right? Every time I play it down, my hand is coming back up. So what I want to do now is see if you can the back of your nail on your index finger. You're not trying to strum with the side of your finger, because that will get sore after a little while. Wear you out just with flesh there. And when you strum upwards, you're just going to let your finger out, so that when you strum up, you are brushing up across the strings. You don't want to hook, bend in your finger so that it's kind of got some suspension in it. And then when you strum up, you're letting the finger out so that the strings bounce off. So both ways you go, you want to have an angle across the strings. Otherwise, you're going to be jamming your fingers. So strum down with the nail, and then let up when you 2, 3, 4. In between, if we're strumming the down and ups, you're gonna, it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, let's try that together just on C. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's the idea. So if we were to take just the way you are and add an up strum in between all the downs, we were playing I see your face. Da, 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 da. If we had the up strum, just the way you are, and when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. Just like so. And that goes for any. Can I please get a confirmation that the stream glitching is widespread or if it's just isolated case? It's possible though. Signal is falling into the Pacific. Yeah. Okay, so I will post a link in the comments or the description. Yeah, okay. Well, at least we know now. Thanks for the heads up. See if this is any better. And how do we do this? I'll post a link in the comments and or the description. And we'll see if we can switch over to a new bit. Where do we need to go? Going live. Okay, so we should be live on the other computer, except I'm still seeing the old one. Did I really just switch? It says I have an excellent connection. No. Maybe I have to stop. Yeah, it's got COVID. Stop this stream. I think that's the case. Well,